Good evening and welcome to Gustav Making Stuff. And today we are going to make a very weird puppet that no one has asked for. And it's going to look like a part of a man. However, I'm going to make this out of an Easter egg. And I have this Easter egg from before that is now looking like a massive sperm. Because it has a hole in it, so I don't have to drill it before. But that is a very good. You might recognize it if you're a really hardcore fan of my channel. If I have any one of you who watched exactly everything I've done, you will know what it is. Let's get going! So, you see, I'm going to cut this thing up here, and what I'm doing, I'm going to explain that every time I actually try to not just sit down and play a video game and do absolutely nothing, it just ends up with me getting a good idea to make a video. So now we will have a little extra video here about me making this puppet, because it's gonna be featured in a movie. Anyway, but you see, you have this sperm puppet that is an Easter egg that I have cut open, and now we're gonna put the foam there to hold the thumb, and we're also gonna need a little plate there so they will be easier to open. You will see why later. And I will take the cheapest and crappiest foam here from the hardware store and put it on the inside to make the mouth. And just to push it in there, you can get a lot of room with fitting stuff in there. We can be very flexible. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, so now we're going to glue that in place there and also leave a little room for the hand. You could actually do a little bit of effort to cover up the fingers, but you know, this movie is about not putting effort into it. But also, you see here on the floor, I have a lot of caps from the milks, which we have in Sweden. So I'm just going to glue them as teeth, because they will look good as teeth. And also I have a lot of them, because I collect them because they are useful, but I do have a lot of them at this point, because we drink a lot of milk here in Sweden. And you see here, always test this thing so they can talk properly, because that's the point of it. And now we're going to glue a little paper black mustache. And that's the reason you see that it is French, because it has a mustache, because everybody in French have a mustache. I have learned that from very unreliable sources. Anyway, so paint some red in it and make a tube, and now we put a hand inside it and cover that up with a very, very cheap sheet of foam. This is just 4mm or something like that. And it's a little bit tricky to make it be exactly like that. But then again, I'm not going to put much effort into this, because the point of this movie is to not put effort into it. Anyway, so now you see we have put a little bit of there, and you can get glues on your fingers, which is sticky and a little bit uncomfortable. Anyway, so now we're testing it again. Now the whole arm is fitting inside it. And now we are going to do the little arms that are parts of men. For some reason, I don't want to say penis, but I'm going to say penis now, because anyway, this is going to be age restricted and everything, like my cooking video that for some weird reason got age restricted and also advertisement not friendly. I made cookies! There's nothing profanity about making cookies, and I was laughing about that, so so you want my cookies. And so on. Not about enough with the jokes, I'm making a penis puppet here. Anyway, so now we're gonna take, after we have sculpted this with a knife, this is very dense styrofoam that you can buy in a hardware store. So now we're going to file that off with a little bit of sandpaper so it will be nice and smooth. And now we're just going to cut a hole there and just push them inside, and a little bit of glue so they can be held together. And now we're testing it before we're going to paint it, and it looks nice as a profanity French alien. You will see it in the movie later. Anyway, so now we have mixed up here latex with white paint. And don't forget, it has to be acrylic paint mixed up with other paint, because otherwise it just crack. Because it has a tendency to crack when you're not using flexible plastic-based things mixed with latex. Anyway, so there we go. Here is the alien. I am French and I'm coming from planet Cake. So that is how you make a profanity alien that is French for some reason. I hope you like this little mini puppet tutorial, due to I'm making a puppet movie now. Social Media Massacre. Will be out next year. I hope you will see it. Goodbye, my fellow subscribers and viewers.